guys, welcome back to my backyard. I'm taking a break. It's a very sunny day and it's very hot and I can't stay out in that sun a long time, so this is one reason why I have this little sitting area here, and I'm going to make some more little sitting areas in my yard. So when I need a break, there's a chair there waiting for me. You know, I was asked the question, when you are senior, how do you get everything done? And this is not only for seniors, but you have to budget what you do. Like every day I will set me a small project to do. If you looked at my previous videos, you'll notice in one video I dug up the potatoes in one bed. That was it. The time I watered everything, dug up those potatoes, that was all I did that day. I might grab a few tomatoes and take them in, but I have made myself 1 or 2 projects a day to do. And then it was I think the following week I dug up the other bed. But you know, that was a little rabbit, scared me. But when you're older, you don't have the energy and the endurance that you had when you were younger. And I find out the older I get, the less I have. I am still walking 3 miles every morning before I come back and get started. But at some point I may have to stop the walking because I want to do the garden. And I met this young lady, and she's on about an acre, almost 2 acres of land. And I think people just get overwhelmed. You go by the land, you're all excited, you jump out there before you do your research, and you need to do research and start out small. This is about 8 point something of acre, not quite an acre that I'm on. And the first year I was here, we just made 2 beds, and that's all I had. Then the next year we added a couple more beds and extended it. Now I don't know whether I want to extend it anymore. I think it's as large as I want the inside of the garden, because there was a great concern about the deer. The deer too come here. I mean, we've even seen coyotes in the yard eating the pears that have fallen out of the tree. But people that are working, I mean, I love, when I say I love my Instapot. Now you may have a different type of pressure cooker that works just as well, but a pressure cooker or a slow cooker is the best thing for working people, older people, busy people. Because when I worked, I always used my crock pot. I would put things in it, and when I got home I had a stew, soup, or whatever, or I just had to fix a little something to go with it, maybe a salad or something like that. But it was not a big project. You just have to spread things out and utilize the tools that you have. Now back to that Instapot. I use my Instapot almost every day. If you looked at my previous video, you see how I did the tomatoes before I actually processed them. When I cook oatmeal for breakfast, I will put it in an Instapot. I can put it in there. It takes, well, I'll use steel oats. Sometime I'll set it 15 minutes, depending on how firm you want it, 15-20 minutes. And I will just set it and I'll go. And when I come back in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whenever, my oatmeal is ready and I just have to plate it up. When I fix soups, I will just throw everything in the Instapot. I have dinner ready in a few minutes. And you have to just find things to make it easy. And generally when I'm cooking enough for me to eat for 2 days. So yesterday, I mean, everybody seemed like they wanted to come by. I had company and I didn't get started till very late. I had some zucchini squash. I threw zucchini in there. I had some frozen corn and peas, and I think I got some onion and basil out the garlic. Threw some of my tomatoes in there, and that juice that I used drained off of those tomatoes, I used that instead of water. I put all of that in my Instapot. It cooked up. I think I cooked it for 15 minutes, and anyway, I came back in 30 minutes. I had a nice, very good bowl of soup. And you just have to learn to prioritize your things. When you're doing your gardening, just like I had some squash. So today I pulled out, I said I'm going to pull out all of that squash. So that's what I did that day. I pulled out all the vines, harvest what was on it, and stored them in the basement. And that was my project for the day. I will do different little products. Now, on the day I have to water, I don't have any water out there. I put 2 tanks out there, but it seems like it go pretty fast. But when I want to do a deep watering, I will drag the heavy hose out there and I will water. And that day, when I do that, I'm not doing too much. I have things I have to do in the house. So I will water, and then maybe I will clean 1 room in the house or 2 rooms, depending on how I feel. One day I may wash 1 load of clothes, and the next day I'll wash another load of clothes, because I can't stand seeing clothes laying around or have a lot of projects. It's very frustrating to have clothes that I have to fold, clothes that I have to iron, clothes. I like to do 1 load, and I can do that load and I'm done with that load. If I don't feel like washing them the next day, I can wait a day or 2. So you just have to spread things out and don't have things piled up where you get overwhelmed. I thought my camera wasn't recording, but it is. It's like on a sunny day, I may go out and I may pull a few weeds, and I can't stay out in the sun too long. Then I'll go in the house and I'll shell some of my black-eyed peas on those hot days, or you know, and you just have to do things like that. But if you have any type of things that you do, please put them down in the comments so everybody can know, because that's the way I do, and it seems like it works out pretty good. Even cutting the grass, Mr. G may cut the front one day and do the back, and he's on a rider, but it takes a while to do it, so he will do the back and he'll do the front. Sometimes he'll do both. So you have to do things according to how you feel, especially when you get older. I did a small harvest today, and I would like to show you. These are 2 zucchini squash, a couple of eggplant. This is the unknown squash here. The unknown, think they're pumpkins, not sure. When I cook one, I figure I'll figure it out. Some pole beans, tomatoes, some of these here little tomatoes, little okra, peppers. There's a butternut squash here, and I'm happy to say I got some figs off of my tree. Nice ones. They've been good, and I've been getting a few every day, so I'm pleased. I'd like to take this time again to thank all of my new subscribers and the people who look at my videos. I'm trying to get my subscribers and my views up. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you know someone who might be interested in my videos, please share them and give me a thumbs up. And also, I have just signed up for the affiliate with Amazon. So the products that I talk about, I will put them down in the bottom. And if you go on that link, I'll get a small percentage. Believe me, they don't give that much. But I feel like every little bit helps. And as I tell Mr. G, we need to find a way to bring a little more income in, because everything is going up but our money. When you're retired, your money don't go up, so you have to find ways to cut in other places. You may have to lower your phone bill, so you can cut that bill. Use less lights. There are so many things that you can do. I guess I could do a video on ways to save, so your money, to stretch your money. But a garden is definitely one of them, because most of the things that I planted in my garden are seeds that I saved from last year. And so these are things you do. I mean, most of my potatoes were seed potatoes that I had saved, but I wanted to have more potatoes, so I went to the store and I bought a couple of bags, and for what I paid for them, it's 3 times as many potatoes that I would have had. I mean, some of them I ate and some of them I planted. So these are the things that you can do that will save you money. And I shouldn't say save you money, stretch your money so you can do other things. And buy in bulk. I buy a lot of things from Azure Standard, and that helps a lot. I was getting things from Misfit Market, but most of the things that I was getting from Misfit Market was produce that was a little raunchy. But in the summertime, I don't need, so I put them on pause so I don't. Now in the fall, I will probably pick up again because I'm going to grow a few little things in the house, but it's never really enough. And there's some things that I just can't grow in the house. And I do eat some of the things that I can, but I feel like it's always good to have some fresh produce. And I do a lot of sprouting. And I'm going to see how much I can grow. When I get to there, I will let you know. That was one of my chores for yesterday, was to clean out my grow tent. So that's what my job was. So you have to take things one at a time and do a little bit at a time. And I think that's all. I don't want to sit here rambling. I will see you guys next time, and thanks again. This is Lady P from my backyard, taking a break. Peace and love. I'm out.